The other amazing thing about who veterans are now is that we have many more family members. In other words, veterans who have and had spouses and or children when they were on active duty. That's quite different than in times past. And the other amazing thing is the huge number of women veterans that we have. Up to the Vietnam era, the women veterans were maybe 1 or 2%, or just an incredibly small
or just nurses.
percent. Yes, and very outside of nurses, very small number.
Right.
And now, Milt, I think it's something. It'll end up being probably around 15 or 20% of veterans will be women. Something on that.
It'll be on that order, and you know, when I started, we had just several women who were county veteran service officers. Now it reflects that 15 to 20% as far as county service officers. You know, we've got 2 women in our office. Ramsey County has 2 women. They're all over the state. And you know, when I started, it was a totally different picture.
So now you have women serving women, but it's not. But women in the state don't just serve women; they serve everybody.
Yes.
They
Right.
serve everybody, and the challenge is for Clark and for us and for the VA Medical Center to adapt to today's veterans, because they're different veterans. They have different needs. They're older. They have more kids. They're at a different stage in life, and those institutions we all have to transform to figure out how do we serve this current population. And Clark's done a very good job at changing the state.
In the very short time we have left, what are some of those issues? Specifically, so that our audience knows that.
Well, the one that I think that we have personally seen for so many years with combat veterans is post-traumatic stress disorder. Just be aware of that. It is something that can show up 10 years down the road, 15 years down the road, or
Clark
3 months
Dyrud,
down the road.
Commissioner of the State Department of Veterans Affairs, I was just at a big training, and once again a series of doctors said there is no such thing as PTSD.
Well, I wish that
Today, 2009.
I wish they could have been talked to the thousands
Take
of
a few
veterans
seconds
I've
and talk
talked
about
over
this.
the years.
Take a few seconds and address that right now.
Yes, I've had the privilege of starting when there were still actually some World War I veterans when I started as a county service officer. But I worked with so many World War II veterans and Vietnam veterans and combat veterans. And I could tell so many stories about World War II veterans who, upon reaching a time in their life when they could no longer be active, had incredible issues arise in their lives that I know that post-traumatic stress disorder is very real.
Exists.
And I know the damage it can do not
Yes.
only to an individual veteran, but to family members close to that.
And we've had people that cannot get close to their spouse or their kids. And the question is, why is Daddy in the basement? Why is Daddy in the garage? Why is Daddy driving truck long distance? Or he's always got the jobs that are far away. And that's one of the coping mechanisms.
Why does Daddy holler? Why it? Yeah,
That,
on and on and on.
but there, you know, a person goes through an extraordinary situation, and it's a reaction that some people have to it. And now we know that we can get psychological help for people.
And what do you want our veterans and our veterans' families who are watching the show to do?
If there's veterans' families, that's oftentimes an entree for the veteran. Because a veteran, and I know, and Milt knows, the veteran is most likely the last person that will go and seek help. If your family members, get information. Try to get the veteran in to talk to a county service officer.
And as you're talking about this, everything is on the screen, and the linkage line is on the screen,
Yes,
and everything.
yes.
And Milt, what would you say?
You know, if a person has an issue, if you think they've got problems, contact us. You know, we will connect them to the healthcare services. We'll file them for benefits and assist them in any way that we can. We would be the County Veteran Service Office, Hennepin County Veteran Service Office, or whatever county they're in, because there's one in every county in the state.
Clark, take the last 10 seconds.
Well, I just want to just again express this incredible desire to reach out to the veterans. If anyone knows of veterans or are veterans, please come forward. Ask about benefits. Only 40% of veterans apply for compensation, 40% of eligible veterans. So please, please call Milton's office and just ask some basic questions.
And we've just run out of time. Thank you so much, Clark Dyrud,
All right, thank you.
Commissioner of the State Department of Veterans Affairs, and Milton Schoen, Director of Hennepin County Veteran Service. And thank you for being with us today. Please make these phone calls. No question is a question that isn't worth answering. Every question's a good question, and thank you for being with us. You're going to have to promise us you're going to come back.
Thank you.